Welcome back. By the way, we've noticed that a huge chunk of you watching right now haven't hit that subscribe button yet. If you're finding this deep dive into the drone industry helpful, it would mean a lot if you could like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to support the content and stay updated on the latest market shifts and tech builds we're tracking. Thanks for being part of the journey. Unusual Machines, UMAC, a strategic deep dive. The rise of the American drone supply chain. The FY27 defense budget marks a historic shift in US military spending. The Pentagon is moving from testing to mass production of small drones. Programs like Replicator 2.0 target thousands of units for every branch. Billions are being reallocated from legacy platforms to attritable drone fleets. This creates an unprecedented demand for NDAA-compliant components. Strategic advantage in FY27. The Replicator initiative requires parts that can be produced at scale. Now, UMAC's Orlando facility is designed specifically for this high-volume era. As the Department of Defense shifts to multi-year contracts, UMAC moves from a startup to a utility. By 2027, UMAC's localized supply chain becomes a critical national security asset. The NDAA gatekeeper advantage. Many US drone companies are currently trapped in Chinese supply chains. To sell to the government, they must purge all non-compliant parts immediately. But domestic alternatives for high-performance motors and controllers are rare. This creates a critical dependency on UMAC as a Tier 1 supplier. Other manufacturers are choosing between building or buying compliant parts. Building a compliant factory takes years and millions in capital. Buying from UMAC provides an instant, plug-and-play, Blue UAS solution. In 2026, they aren't just selling parts, they are selling market access. Without UMAC's Brave and Brace tech, many rivals cannot legally fly for the Department of Defense. These are the companies also racing to provide NDAA-compliant, American-made components, motors, controllers, and software to the US government and defense primes. Dragonfly, DPRO, a long-standing Canadian-US drone maker that provides entire platforms but also focuses heavily on the secure supply chain for government agencies. Ag Eagle Aerial Systems, UAVS, they focus on professional-grade fixed-wing and multi-rotor drones for agriculture and government, emphasizing domestic data security. Red Cat Holdings, RCAT, while they are currently a major partner with 40% ownership of UMAC and customer of UMAC, buying parts for their FANG drones, they are technically a competitor in the broader sense as they both vie for space in the Blue UAS, Department of Defense approved, ecosystem. Since UMAC owns Rotor Riot and Fat Shark, they compete with other major retailers and goggle manufacturers in the FPV space. Get FPV.com. Probably the biggest direct competitor to Rotor Riot in the US, they have a massive e-commerce presence and their own lines of FPV gear. While DJI is the global giant, they are UMAC's arch nemesis, in a way. UMAC's entire business model is built on being the non-Chinese alternative to DJI. In the hobbyist world, Fat Shark goggles compete directly with DJI's digital goggles. Skyzone, a significant competitor to Fat Shark in the high-end FPV goggle market. If you look at UMAC from a technical standpoint, electronics and sensors, institutional investors often group them with frequency electronics, FEIM. They work on high-precision timing and frequency control for space and defense. Similarly small, specialized, and highly technical. Light Path Technologies, LPTH. They make specialized optics and infrared sensors used in drones and defense systems. The moat, UMAC's unique advantage right now is that they aren't just selling parts, they are selling compliance. Many of the smaller FPV retailers, like Get FPV, still rely heavily on Chinese supply chains. The leadership team at UMAC is led by big tech veterans and drone pioneers. The team is engineered to scale manufacturing for global defense. Dr. Alan Evans, Chief Executive Officer. Dr. Alan Evans, founder of Fat Shark and optics expert. He holds deep IP in ultra-low latency video for FPV drones, formerly intertwined with Red Cat Holdings through the Fat Shark acquisition. Jeffrey Thompson, Director and Strategic Advisor. Jeffrey Thompson, founder and CEO of Red Cat Holdings, RCAT. He links UMAC directly to the Teal drones and FANG flight platforms. The Big Tech Scaling Muscle. Tom Mercier, VP of Headsets, veteran of Google, Magic Leap, and Broadcom, specializes in high-yield hardware manufacturing. His mission: moving production from prototypes to tens of thousands of units. Craig McIntyre, VP Enterprise Sales, formerly Head of Market Development at BT Group, expert in UK and European government procurement and counter-UAS markets. The UMAC corporate ecosystem. The UMAC hub includes three powerhouse brands: Rotor Riot, the #1 consumer FPV retail store; Fat Shark, the global leader in drone pilot headsets; Rotor Lab, specialized high-performance motor IP; Strategic Global Footprint USA, manufacturing and HQ in the Orlando, Florida, Australia; R&AMP, DN specialized motor design in Canberra, United Kingdom; Strategic Enterprise Sales and SIM technology partnerships. As of 2026, Unusual Machines, UMAC, operates multiple facilities in Orlando, Florida, as part of its expanding manufacturing campus. Their manufacturing facility, a 17,000 square foot motor production factory that began operations in late 2025, logistics facility, a 25,000 square foot warehouse and fulfillment center leased in November 2025 to support high throughput production. Total expected footprint. Recent reports indicate the company is scaling toward occupying approximately 60,000 square feet total in the Orlando area, doing business globally. UMAC services the Five Eyes and allied nations. Primary clients include the U.S. Army 101st Airborne, active supply chains supporting Ukraine's frontline drone needs, strategic supply partner for Australian Defence Force, ADF, programs. The U.S. Drone Manufacturing Network UMAC is the Tier 1 provider for major American firms, primary supplier for Red Cat Holdings and Strategic Logics, pitching hardware to blue UAS primes like Skydio and Anduril. The revenue breakout: 2026 revenue projection, $35 million to $45 million, transitioning from a retail store to a high-margin defense OEM, driven by the $12.8 million Strategic Logics component order. The UMAC war chest holds a $64 million cash cushion, supported by a $300 million at-the-market financing safety net. Ready for aggressive 2026 expansion and future acquisitions. Unusual Machines is building the Intel Inside for Western drones, local manufacturing, global reach, defense-grade security. Feel free to post questions and comment below.